Welcome to this video. We have a question here for those who are doing PURs. This question is for you, both Cambridge and the ECZ. The question says figure 7.3 shows a 4700 resistor connected in a series with a variable resistor. The variable resistor can have any value between 0 and 4700 ohms. I think you can see from the diagram clearly. This is our variable resistor, and this is a variable, so this is another resistor attached in series with the variable resistor. So we have the supply here of the voltage 6 volts, and we've got a voltmeter which is connected across this resistor. As the resistance of the variable resistor is altered, meaning is changed, whether increased or decreased, determine the largest reading on the voltmeter. One thing that you need to understand is that this variable resistor can have any resistance value from 0 to 4700 Therefore, so if you have to record a largest reading here, meaning we must have a largest resistance. I don't know if it's making sense. So from there, we are going to apply the voltage divider rule. So voltage output will be equal to the voltage supplied multiplied by remember that this voltmeter is measuring the voltage drop across the variable resistor. That's what you need to keep in mind. All right, so voltage out will be equal to voltage supply multiplied by resistance of the variable resistor divided by the total resistance. Now, when it's maximum, what's the voltage supply? 6. When it's maximum, meaning when it's largest, so we record the largest value of that guy, 4700, plus, remember the total. The total will always be 4700 because it can't exceed that value, because that's how far we are going. Meaning this and this, when you cancel, you remain with what? 6 volts. Meaning upper, we have 6 volts. The smallest reading on the voltmeter, same thing, same formula. V supply multiplied by R variable over R total. So here the voltage supply is still 6, but now it's just the smallest reading. The smallest reading can only be gotten when the resistance is what? 0. Here we put 4700, which is to give you what? 0. So here is 0 volts. Draw the circuit symbol of an OR gate. Now, if you haven't done logic gates, you really need to man up and do them. Otherwise, the OR gate looks like this. So you can have 2 inputs and 1 output. That's how an OR gate looks. If I add a nose here, it becomes now a NOR gate. Complete the truth table for the OR gate. Now, the OR gate, it states that when A and B, so when A or B, all right, is on, meaning the output C is on. Are we there? So, but when both are off, the output is also off. When one of them is on, it's also on. One of them is on, it's also on. Even when both of them are high, even the output is what? Is high. That's about the OR gate mainly. So, thank you.